What's up, everybody? It's Isaac, and we are on. This is day 22 of my pre-op bedhead going. So this video will be about. This is a short video about days 11 through 21. I am scheduled to have surgery on Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, the 30th, at 7:30 a.m. I'll be there at 5:30 a.m. Be interesting. I have all of that pre-op stuff here. It's pretty cool. But as far as pre-op goes, for the last 10-ish days, 10 days, yeah, it's been all right. It's been easier. Jesus, once you've been drinking and eating very little in the way of real food, it gets easier. You get used to it. It's just kind of monotonous, and but it sucks. But we're doing it for a reason. And then last Thursday. Last Thursday, I fainted at work and. From abdominal pain, I attempted to have a salad since my office catered some food, and had abdominal pain and just felt nasty the whole time. Anyway, yeah, from the pain, ended up fainting at work, broke some drywall in my office, and so they sent me to the hospital, and I was in the hospital for about 24 hours, I guess, and they sent me home. They told me it was a vasovagal syncope, which can occur. It's just fainting can occur from pain or nausea or stress or anything like that. So we chalked it up to the pain in my abdomen, and they don't really know what that was. They tested for pancreatitis, which I had been admitted for last year. They tested for gallstones, nothing, and then just ruled it as food poisoning. I never had food poisoning, so I don't know how to compare the two, but it sucked. And Thursday night, from like 4 a.m. to 3 to 4 a.m. till about 8 a.m. I was in severe pain, and because my heart rate had dropped pretty low. During the second vasovagal response from the pain, I didn't want them to give me morphine or anything, so they gave me some sort of pain med, and then within like 15 minutes I ended up vomiting, so it didn't do anything for me. So was there till 7, left, didn't have any pain when I left, finally got an hour of sleep while I was there, came home, slept for about 4 or 5 hours, woke up around midnight, and was in pain again. Didn't have anything to assist with that. Didn't send me home with anything, and that was pretty much it. I finally fell asleep around 4 a.m. and have been better since. It took me Friday night, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 days to get back to feeling normal from that. It sucked, and the whole time I was terrified that it was going to push my surgery back. Luckily, it hasn't. And actually, on Monday morning, I went to my pre-op, where they gave me all this glorious paperwork. And I actually did sit down with my surgeon and told him, hey, this is what happened. They don't know what it was, but it was abdominal pain. He just said, okay, well, we'll take a look when we get in there. So that's a plus. But yeah, the last 10 days have been fine. I've just been busy at work and the whole going to the hospital thing, and just getting things done. That's my discharge there in the hospital. Anyway, so my surgery is at Atlanta Bariatrics. Probably a little difficult to see with this light I have on there. Anyway, May 30th. Surgery is at 7:30 a.m. Actually, just got a call from the scheduler this morning to go over all of that again. And hopefully I will be out of there the next day or so, they're gonna, since I got moved from having it at the surgical center to having it done at the hospital, I'll be there for a day or two, so that'll be all right. But yeah, all this super good information. Another thing, if you're wanting to have this surgery, or any of the offered variations, do your research. I don't want to sound, mean, or I don't know. I don't want to sound any type of way, but when I was in the pre-op class, there were a number of people that were hearing this news for the first time, like, you can't use a straw, you can't, carbonated beverages, things like that. What was it? There was something else. Somebody was having the sleeve, and it's all the same basic stuff. And if you do your research, online, you'll see that majority of the people have the same restrictions. But one of the guys was just like, caught off guard about some of these things, and I just was thinking to myself, how have you gotten to this point where you're a week, 2 weeks from having surgery, and you don't know these things? It didn't make any sense to me. And I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I feel like if you've made the decision to go through something like this, you should at least have done your homework on what the procedure is, and the requirements and things like that, because why would you go into it blind? I don't know, maybe that's just me, I don't know. So let me go kind of over some of the stuff. For me, for example, when you go for that pre-op class, they do make you sign your not disclosure, but the paperwork that says, yes, I give you the consent form to have the surgery, and on there it says death is a possibility. So that was kind of freaky to read and sign, but they have to do that. It's all formality, but it's it's a possibility, and I think we all take that chance, and we all know that it is a possibility, though very unlikely to happen. But so if anyone was curious, once you go through your pre-op, or even if you don't have to have a pre-op diet, lucky for you. However, it prepared me for this day one. I'm sorry, prep 1 day before surgery, which is a clear liquid diet only, and you cannot eat or drink anything after midnight the night before your surgery. And that was something that people didn't get either, which confused me. It says nothing to eat or drink after midnight, and multiple people asked the same question. Well, can I have water? Nothing. It says nothing. Zero. Nothing. Nada. And this is the part, I don't want to sound like a douche or anything, but nothing. It's nothing. It's air and saliva. And if your doctor okays it, some form of medication that you're used to taking. But basically nothing. So I don't know, people didn't get that. They didn't understand it. And it didn't make sense to me. Nothing. So the liquid diet, you can have unlimited quantities of clear broth, chicken, beef, and vegetable, low sodium varieties, clear juices with pulp, clear juices without pulp, apple, lemonade, white grape, Gatorade, cranberry, Kool-Aid, Crystal Light, sugar-free or low sugar. Clear soft drinks, which we shouldn't be drinking those anyway, but 7-Up, ginger ale, Sprite, etc., all sugar-free. And then water, tea, coffee with no dairy creamer sweeteners are okay. Non-dairy creamer is okay. And then you can have Jello, hard candy, popsicle, sugar-free fudge sickles. Which, if someone can tell me where the hell I can get a sugar-free fudge sickle, that'd be great. I've searched Publix. They're not there. And I search every time. I want them. I do. But the sugar-free popsicles are pretty good. So you can have all of that. You may drink unlimited, amounts of water up until midnight, and then that's it. It's done. And then those of us that are having the bypass, we get to drink a wonderful 10-ounce bottle of magnesium citrate. That's so we can clean ourselves out. Yay. I'm not looking forward to that. And I have to do this on Memorial Day, so I don't think anybody that I know is having a cookout or anything that I'm invited to, so that's good. I'm just going to sit at home and probably play some video games and drink a lot of broth. But that's that. I won't update this pre-op again. I might do it the day before surgery. I don't know. Most likely not. So this will probably be the last pre-op video. From what I can tell, people aren't terribly interested in the pre-op videos, which is fine, because it's different for everyone. But this is just post-op anyway. So that's it. I have not met my 20-pound goal yet for what they wanted me to have for having it at the surgical center, which is fine because I got moved to the hospital anyway, which is okay by me. But I'm trying to think if that's it. That's pretty much it. Just keep strong, people. Make good decisions, and we'll catch you on the next one. And hopefully that'll be post-op.